Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Transparent Credit Repair, the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. If you're looking to fix your credit and come out of debt, taking bills out of your name and ensuring yourself financial freedom, you could contact Transparent Credit Repair by going to www.heritagehiphop.com and clicking the link on our website to take you directly to the people who can help you gain your financial freedom and get you financial literacy. So once again, heritagehiphop.com/transparent credit repair. On this episode of the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, we're going back overseas. We're going to London. So shout out to our brethren over there in the Queen's country. But it's not about royalty. It's about that drill, and it's about the voice of the inner city. And we're talking to a light that hopes to bring or will bring sanity, peace, and resolution to the conflicts of the inner city through music. We give a shout out to Beckmilli, our sister from overseas, and we want you to pay attention to this one because this is very special. And at the end, I'll come back with the rest of my commentary. Peace and blessings, everybody, and welcome to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. We're going overseas to talk to an artist that's not only changing the world of music, she's changing the world around her by her great aura, her humble personality, and her beauty as God's child. Please tell everybody your name.
Hi, I'm Beckmilli, a rapper from South London, and I've got a song called D-Road. Go check it out.
Yeah, man, y'all got to check that out because now that we in London, we're going to put on our very festive hat right now, and we're going to celebrate overseas with somebody who's coming out into the game and giving the game something that it's never had. Tell me about what makes your music so strong and your personality so chill.
Because I'm just trying to show people what it's like on the streets of London on a day-to-day basis for the urban youth, you know, and struggles that we go through. I'm trying to show it off in a jovial way, so it's more light-hearted than the typical stabbing, shootings of drill music.
You're bringing something to the drill community that they're missing. You're trying to give them hope. Okay. Well, to the people of America, we don't really know too much about London. I think the most we've heard about London is either what we got at cartoons, maybe what we heard about the Queen and Meghan Markle, probably. And there was a group signed by the Diplomats that came from Brixton. So unless you're really into the international movement, people really don't know. What can you describe about London, and what do you think people should understand about it to understand the music that comes out of it?
Well, London's a very diverse city in the world. It's one of the most diverse cities in the world. So it's got people from different cultures coming together, and there's a lot of struggle in that because there's lack of opportunities. For a lot of people, there's lack of opportunities, lack of work, lack of encouragement even. So there's a lot of I'd say like urban black youth who don't go to school, who don't go to university, who don't get off welfare, you know. So it's a struggle.
Well, the whole world has a ghetto, you know what I'm saying? And a ghetto is not a place. The ghetto is the state of holding somebody back. You know what I mean? I mean, the Ghetto Boys said it best. They said the whole world is a ghetto because everybody has a story. And hip hop has been the story of people whose voices have not been heard. Now that your voice is being heard, what do you think is the message that people need to hear, not only in London, but around the world?
I'm trying to bring awareness to the truth.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to bring awareness. So I'm trying to a lot of my rap I talk it's quite raw, you know. So it will shock people, open people's ears to what's really happening.
But you know something? Rawness is what makes the music authentic. Let me tell you something. If you came to me, I love them ladies who do music because the women who do music, that's when their confidence comes out because they're gonna make a mark. You know what I'm saying? You can't be shy and timid and do music. You really got to stand strong and do it. And if you came to me singing, I would probably be turned off because I'm not an R&B person. But if you came to me to talk about the real, whether it's your real feelings, the society, or even things that go on that hurts people, I think I'm more apt to listen because that's something that's I can touch and feel because I see it every day, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you touch
You
and feel
relate to
every
it.
day? Yeah, yeah. What do you touch and feel every day? What inspires you to make the music that you make?
It's just what I see, what I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
what I've been around, just stories I've heard, experiences that I've been around, been in. You know, I have to put it all together into a song. It's different songs. You know,
Mm.
and
Everybody,
eventually,
I'm sorry,
I
go
want
ahead.
I want it to I want it to reach a wider audience, and I want my music to tell a message. I want people to understand the struggles that we go through.
I want to touch on what you just said. Everybody that's listening to Heritage Hip Hop Podcast right now, we're with Beckmilli, an upcoming superstar from UK with the hit single Do Road out right now. Make sure you go buy it. We don't stream on Heritage Hip Hop. Um, you said you want to make a global impact with your music. Now, drill music is global, whether it came from Chicago, yeah, Chicago drill. You have Brooklyn drill, which comes from New York, and you also have UK drill, which you are a person who does that type of music. My question is, what is the difference between all three if you've heard all three?
Not much,
Okay. So
not
then
much.
anybody can listen to this who's into drill music, period. Like it's not going to be like, okay, that's Chicago and then that's New York. It's a sound.
Yeah, it's a sound, yeah, but I feel like drill allows anyone to jump on it.
Yeah.
You know, like I've got a song called Just Look,
Okay.
and it's and it's and it's a sexy song, you know, but it's drill,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I think drill allows everybody to or allow anyone to express their to express their feelings on the track.
Mm.
Yeah, it doesn't confine anyone to a box or to a genre, onto like a style of rap.
You know what I like about you? To be very honest, I've been looking and researching you and seeing different interviews that you've done,
Mm.
right? And the one thing I like about you is you have an air of comfortability. It's like you're not trying to find yourself in life, but you are navigating music. How has you going into the music territory now brought something else out of you, or how has it made you change any type of way?
Um, it's allowed me to be more creative. It's allowed
Yeah,
me to be more creative, yeah, and I'm good at it. So I like the reactions I get from people. Um, like people show me a lot of support. So I like being able to express what I see. You know,
I can't wait for you to travel the world.
me
I
either.
I want to hear about your first show in Mexico. I want to
Cancun.
hear. I want to hear. Yeah, Catco. Why not? I want to hear about your first show in Africa or
Yeah,
your first show in Japan because you seem to be very intrinsic. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Is that a fact?
It's a fact. Yeah. Like I like to learn new things.
Mm-hmm.
I like to learn new things. So like in like in like in education, whatever it is, whether you're learning like a trade or a skill or like maybe something even you're developing your craft. I like to do that. So it it it, it, it gives me it gives me a natural buzz to make people happy, you know, and speaking my mind on the track it's two in one, really, isn't it? Yeah,
That's dope.
win win.
You making me happy right now. Thank you, because I'm
You're making me
getting.
happy.
That's what's up. That's heritage hip hop makes the people happy.
Yeah.
We and the thing about it is that what makes me happy about you is because as a child I was like this. I can see you, but I can't see myself. So that means that I'm myself, but the you that you are is being expressive to me. And that's why first impressions are always so important because when somebody touches you for the first time, it's an imprint on your mind, your spirit, and your soul of that
Mm.
person. When somebody hears you for the first time, how do you want to imprint them so that they keep coming back and listening to you?
I want them to be entertained. because when people are entertained, they feel happy. It's like one of those. It's like a natural law. If somebody's upset, the one thing you could do is maybe make them laugh, tell a joke, yeah, and it'll raise their spirits. So I hope that they hear my song and they smile. First thing, and then I hope they then think about my lyrics, think about what I'm saying, and realize that this is actually happening in the streets. I don't want to put a downer on it. I don't want people to think, all urban youths, that's all they do. No, it's not all we do, but it's just what I'm seeing. There's a lot of black people, black youths that are educated.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, there are lots. But they don't really get maybe the limelight. You know.
Interesting. You know what? Because that's dope. See, that's what I told you, man. You are beyond intelligent than you give yourself credit for from what you just said. Because think about this. Even if we went to the street, the drug dealer is a businessman, and he
Yeah.
may know how to balance a book or do math better than somebody in the classroom,
Yeah.
and they could be teachers.
Yeah. Yeah.
People who crime, unfortunately, is a education tool and a learning mechanism, because you know how to balance people.
Yeah.
Some people have to balance economies, and some
Yeah.
people are very good with law, legals, and math. And by not giving people a chance to express themselves, we lose a lot of the essence of what God made us for.
Mm.
What do you think is the main thing you bring to the song besides the lyrics? What is it that you have that makes a person's ear stay entranced into the song, you think?
I don't know. It's just
Really?
it's God's blessing. I don't know. It's just me. Like it's just I don't. I'm not saying I don't try too hard, but I don't actually try too hard. People just feel the message. So I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just entertainment. I think it's entertainment. I think I'm good at entertaining people, so I can catch somebody's eye and ear.
I like how you said that, because entertainment is the main form of education that we have. Let me tell you a quick story because I like you so much. Look, I'm a preschool teacher, as I told you, and I'm an MC. I may not rap, but I have to entertain my class for them to listen and retain.
Yeah.
So you are a musician.
Yeah.
You are an artist. You're also a doctor of emotion. So
Yes.
Dr. Millie, salute. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when you entertain, you could bring somebody out of something and you could put them into something emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is the responsibility of an artist when they make music, knowing that you have that power, though?
I think they should be careful. They should be careful, and they should always try and balance out what they give out to the public. I think that if you're talking about like the street life, and a lot of it is negative, you should attempt, maybe. I'm not telling people what to rap about, but maybe they should attempt to show the positive. We do have fun times. The road, there is fun times on the road. Like it's community based, so obviously there's fun times, but yeah. So maybe as a responsibility, we should um show the public the other side of our lives more.
Balance. You're talking about
Balance, yeah, balance it out.
balance. So then
Yeah,
let's talk about some balance right now, because I heard the song Do Roll and I watched the video, and the video is very fun. I mean, I like the blue lights. I like the store. You and there bouncing, you getting your thing going. You know what I'm saying? And visually, a song could be made better than just audibly. You ever had a song where you heard it and it was cool, but when you saw the video, it was like the best song ever?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So tell me about the direction of the video and where did you want to take it in its final completion?
Do you know what video it was? It was Kanye West. I can't remember the name of the song. It was the one where he's got a female and she's really athletic. She was dancing. Um,
Oh, Tiana Taylor. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That
Mm-hmm.
that video that drew me in. So it made me just love the song. It made me. You know the visuals. It
Yeah, I
was
know the
amazing.
vision. Yeah, I know the
Amazing.
vision.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I know. Okay, but look, the thing about it is that it was high tempo energy. You know, that's
Yeah,
the old club vibe. Doom, 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 doom.
yeah,
I was like, that's a
yeah,
club vibe.
yeah,
And
yeah.
do roll and drill music now is the vibe of the people.
Mm.
How do you tap into the vibe? How do you control it?
Um, I just think that is okay. It wasn't made for me per se, but
Oh,
I feel like I just fit in. So whatever I say at this present moment in time, I feel like people find it relevant. So that's I just do what I do, you know.
you just do what you do. It's so natural
Mm,
to you, huh?
mm,
All right, I like that. So then, look, we're talking about vibing though, and in my era of hip hop, right? Let's break it down because hip hop is deeper than just music, but we're going to take the music aspect of it. In the 70s, hip hop was about cadences. You know what I'm saying? So you have
yeah,
everybody dressed up like superheroes, you know what I'm saying? And we have park jams and people were like, roboting and rapping. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
In the 80s, it was more about the record deal. In the 90s, it was about elbowing your way in and making sure you're heard. You're taking control of your sound.
yeah.
In the 2000s, hip hop became corporate. And within the last 10, 13, 12, 10 years, the music has changed. I call it the anime generation because now people got colors and they're bouncy and they're vibish. And I think with drill and with that mumble rap style, I think the elder people who listen to hip hop are so they're not connected to it that the youth and the people doing music now have the freedom to be themselves.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be yourself and to give the world you instead of giving them a plan that somebody made for you?
Um, I think that it's much better than before because you have complete control on the direction you take. Complete because you've got platforms like Spotify, you've got platforms like YouTube, Apple Music. You can distribute your music yourself. You don't have to have any middleman. You don't have to have any record deal. Record. You don't have to. All you have to do is have your
Mm.
music, and have whatever you want to say to put it on to give out to people, and that's it. So I think that the old generation maybe they can't relate to drill music because it's not like I said. I feel like anybody, not anybody, but I feel like drill music. You can say what you want to say in drill music. Anybody can say it. It doesn't have to be stabbings, shootings. Anyone can do it, and because it's 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 so like how can I say it's not controlled. It's out. It's never been like this in the history of music. It's never been. It's never been uh, completely the artist's responsibility and um, basically
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
decision. The bottom line, it runs with the artist. It doesn't run with any label. Yeah, and so it's very out. It's very. It can be very diverse and go whatever. And people normally think a genre is a genre. Rap should be rap. Pop should be pop. But drill music is slightly not like that. You know.
To everybody out there who doesn't know who we're talking to Beckmilli, the artist who created the song Do Road, which has 130,000 views in 2 months on YouTube and over 20,000 streams on SoundCloud alone. So, understanding what you said, that's the key to hip hop today that I don't think people really understand. See, in our era, of my era and before, people had A&Rs and they were crafted. And people are watching you in real time grow with your music.
Mm,
And I think that's an unfair characterization that comes to your generation is that people are they're so judgmental that
mm,
they're not giving you the respect you deserve. Hold on for 1 second. Keep that idea.
mm.
So we were talking about how people have unfairly viewed the generations today that's doing music. But I congratulate you not only for growing in front of the people's eyes, I congratulate you because you have done what a lot of people are scared to do, and that's voice your opinion and voice your artistry. Do you think that's important for every artist that makes something is to be themselves, but to voice who they are within it?
Yeah,
Why?
definitely. Because if it's all the same, nothing will change.
True.
Nothing will change. If everyone talks about, for example, like what the like maybe that the older generation, maybe what they want to hear, like love songs, or I don't know. I'm not saying that they want to hear love songs, but maybe if we talk about what other people wanna hear, there won't be any change in society. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to show people what's really happening.
Salute to you, because you know what? A lot of the people that always complain about music talked about the same stuff. Are you really versed in music, sis?
Yeah,
You like Motown music?
yeah, I love music.
Let me tell you something. You remember Junior Walker in the All Stars? I
I
think it
don't know
was
them.
Junior Walker in the All Stars. They had a song called Shotgun. You ever heard that song?
I don't know.
Now listen, a lot of elder people say they don't like hip hop because hip hop is violent, right?
Yeah.
But in this song, you had a man say, "First you buy yourself a shotgun now. Did it. Shoot him till he runs now." Like, that's not a love song. That's a violent song.
Yeah.
Then you had one of my favorite MC singers of all time, Marvin Gaye. He had a song. One of my favorite songs by him is called Sad Tomorrows, but he's singing about being a victim of drug abuse. And he sings about how he's going to die because drugs have taken him over. That's not a love song. But those same elements have come into hip hop where the youth are talking about there's drugs in the community, whether they sell them or they're addicted to them. This is a problem. We also have music out right now that says, look, the world is effed up, but we have to feel good about ourselves. And even with the police brutality, the coronavirus, the pandemic, as people call it, because they say people are trying to depopulate the world. We still have a people in the music that's making something that's giving the voices to the people who are not able to get their voices heard. What do you think is the most important message that hip hop needs to give out?
Um, that we that that everyone deserves to be free people. You know, freedom. So
Freedom.
yeah, freedom.
So
That's
how
what it boils
does
down to. It's about the treatment of people, isn't it? That's what. If we're talking, why do people sell drugs? People sell drugs not for fun. People don't sell drugs because they're lazy. You know, it's not a lazy job to sell drugs. You know, people sell drugs because they need to eat. Everybody needs to eat. You know, and especially that. Uh, I know that like the prison system, for example. All right, cool. So some people may go to prison, yeah, and they'll do their time. Their time is punishment, but at the end of the day, it's the government aim to rehabilitate the offender. Yeah, that's the aim of the game, to rehabilitate. That's their job. That's what they said they're going to. They said they're going to rehabilitate people. So all right, so people go to prison and they are clean. They learn new habits, new. But when they come out of prison, they've got criminal records. Yeah, they're cancelled. They're officially cancelled. Yeah, people, they're unable to get a job. They are unable to get the majority of interviews they'll go to, they won't get the job because of their criminal record. You know, so it's like there's so much like like people are it's like it's a trap. I feel like the system is a trap, you know, and people sell, like, for example, people commit crimes because of poverty, because of their situation. It's not because they're lazy and they don't want to get a job that pays minimum wage. No, it's because they can't get the job that pays minimum wage because of their criminal record. You know, and I think that's so unfair. And I just want people to understand the reason why even if some rappers don't understand the reason why they are talking about what they are talking about, yeah, I want maybe the educated people to maybe listen and realize that there's a problem here. Why are all these people talking like this? You know, like, why are all these people talking like, why? And the people that are talking like this, some of them are educated, some of them are uneducated. Even the uneducated people, yeah, they don't know they don't know what they're putting out there, but there's a problem as to why they're saying what they're saying. It's not for fun, you know. So I hope that I'm the person that is heard. That like I'm heard, so people think, hold on, why is she talking like this? Especially when I'm a female. Why is that female talking like this? What's happening? Hopefully that happens. Hopefully someone hears my voice.
That's the key to being an artist, sis, is that artists don't make music to talk about themselves. They make music to talk about life. Even with what you said, T.I. had a song called I'm Just Doing My Job, where he's talking about the reason why people sell drugs is not to hurt people, it's because lack of opportunity, and some people have children and they need something to feed their families.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we live in a world where the education system sucks. We have prejudice, caste system, colorism, sexism. We have sexualism. We have all these isms in the world, but we don't have people coming up with solutions. So hip hop is an outcome of the isms that drain life, but it has been a solution to a lot of the problems, because we've learned about racism, we learned about drug abuse, we learned about sexism, we learned about all those things. We even learned about the impact of death on generations in music.
So it's working.
It's doing something, because it's the number one culture in the world right now when it comes to media and entertainment.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this though. That's a heavy responsibility and that's a heavy crown. Nina Simone said an artist's responsibility is to reflect the times in which they're living in with their music. And Do Road, you're saying you want to bring fun back because too many people are being succumbed to the serious dangers of the world. With that being said, where do you want to take your musical catalog, and how soon are they going to get an album from you or some type of project?
I want to take it to the moon. Yeah. So everyone in between, everyone everywhere, and I hope to release my EP maybe beginning of next year. That's the honest truth. Beginning of next year. So yeah, you'll hear more. You'll hear more from me. Yeah.
Well, we'll make sure that we get that EP out on Heritage Hip Hop so everybody can hear that. So everybody that's listening, make sure you support Beckmilli. We are not a streaming community. We are a purchasing community. So for everybody out there listening, I got a lot of stuff going in the background. For everybody out there listening, make sure you support Beckmilli, but Do Road is not her only song. What's the new song coming up that we could look forward to on the mainstream airways?
It's called Just Look.
Tell me about Just Look and what we doing with that song?
Well, I'm just bringing we all know that sex sells, right?
Yes.
Sex sells. Yeah. So I'm bringing just the sexy into Jaw. It's a bit. It's a song that will make people feel good about themselves. Yeah, it's a feel good song.
Well, that's the one
But
thing that this world.
it's not a song. It's not an X-rated song. Yeah, when I say sexy, it's not X-rated. It's a nice feel good song. It's a, yeah.
Before we close out, that's something I think that you said that we need to touch on. Mental health is one of the hardest things people can master when it comes to life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if you're spiritual, whether you're Muslim, Jewish, Christian, anything. You're Christian. All right, cool. So check this out, right? Because I like to talk about the Bible in my conversations too, because I'm a believer of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Muslim and Jewish family that's out there. We use all three books when we speak, though. And in the Bible, right, Christ said the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's a mind state. Christ also said that to the people who were blaming people of sin, he said, you will quick to pick out a speck of dust in someone's eye when you have a big plank of wood in your eye. And not only that, the whole purpose of the Bible that Christ and the prophets gave was having a relationship with the Most High, so that you know that you're higher than what the world gives you. See, that's called knowledge of self, and that's mental health. Has music helped your mental health? And how did you see music help somebody else's mental health?
I can't say music's helped. No, I can't say music's helped my mental health. I can say God has allowed me to express myself through music, um, and He's allowed me to do it very well. Um, and as I said earlier, I don't know what I do. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's not. It's literally. It's not like, you know what I'm saying. It's not really. It's not like. It's not. I'm not a trained rapper. I'm not. I didn't go to school to learn rap. You know. I'm not trained, but it's falling. It's happening for a reason. You know. So I don't know. It hasn't. Music hasn't helped my mental health. No, my mental health has improved, and has allowed me to express myself. You know. Um, yeah, it's allowing me to express myself. I've got the ability and resources and stuff. Yeah, and I didn't try too hard to get that either. You know, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying to you? Like it's quite effortless. Yeah. So I can't. That's why I'm not. That's why I think that I'm humble, because I'm not doing any. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm not really. You know. Yeah.
Well, hip hop comes from the Most High, because hip hop is not music. Hip hop is the beat of your life and the rhythm
Mm.
of life that you take on. So I salute you, Beckmilli, for not only finding your voice and using your
You
voice
too.
to make change. I'm happy that you're going to be instrumental in bringing peace to a lot of souls that are at war. So with that being said, give people your social media so they know how to follow you and how to get this music.
All right. So my Instagram is Beckmilli _ and Spotify Beckmilli. Same thing. It's everywhere. Beckmilli. Facebook is Beckmilli London. I've got my own website. I've got a website, my own platform. It's beckmilli.com. So yeah, just check me out.
It's Beckmilli everywhere, everybody. Beckmilli. Make sure you follow, because if you
It's
don't,
not
you
hard to
corny.
find me.
Yeah, it's not hard, but they got to know that you're there so they can follow you. And for
Yeah.
everybody out there that's listening, check it out. And like I said before, if you want to stream the song to see if you like it, do that. But if you like the song, put the money down and make sure you support my sister from the UK right here. I
I'm
love
trying
my
to
sister right here.
I'm trying to direct people to Apple Music, because I've been doing some research and stuff. I, our last conversation about ownership, I've been doing some research, and I understand a little bit more about streaming and sales and stuff. You know, so
Well, I'll tell you this, sis. You're entitled 6 royalties as an artist, and a mechanical royalty is the download of the song. Like I said to everybody out there, YouTube pays 0.0073 per stream, and with 100 streams, you get $7.30. Yet if you have a single for 99 cents, 100 streams or buys is $100. So I'd rather somebody pay into your skill and your music and your movement than stream. So streaming is good, but guess what? If the internet went down today and there was no more streaming, if you don't own your song or that song, you're not going to have your music.
you listen to it and hear it again.
That's right. So make sure you purchase that music. So with that being said, Beckmilli, it's time for the rapid fire questions. I asked you this before, but I think I'm gonna change it for you now to make it a little more fun. You ready to have these rapid fire questions?
Yeah.
All right, so everybody out there listening, the rapid fire questions are not yes, no questions. These are questions that are geared towards understanding who the artist that we're interviewing is and their love for the music. So I'm gonna ask you some questions the same, but I have 2 different ones, all right? So the first question once again is, what song or album from another artist perfectly describes you?
Um, I haven't heard one. I haven't heard one. I haven't heard one.
All right, so that's honest. I can't say anything about that. Number 2, if you could do a dream collaboration, dead or alive, no restrictions, who would you want to work with? Who's doing the beat and who's the artist?
All right, so all right, like because it's saying one person, yeah. What you say, one person I should pick, yeah.
Whoever you want. It's your dream track. Oh, you can
Only
pick
because it's one person. If it's one person, then it's got to be Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill. Who's
Yeah,
doing the
because I love
music?
her.
Who's doing the
Pardon?
music? Who's doing the music? Who's making the
Who's
beat?
doing the music? All right, so we'll do Lauryn Hill, yeah, and and maybe Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre and Lauryn Hill, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. That's
yeah,
dope. That's dope. Okay. Lauryn Hill lives in my town, so salute to L Boogie. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Shout out to Lauryn
Is
Hill.
it? Yeah.
Next question. I can't not give you a UK question about hip hop culture. I think I asked you this before, but I want you to answer this for the people who are listening now. What is the difference between grime and drill?
All right, so content-wise, not much. I think Grime's got more. It's more competitive. It's more like it's more battle. It's more like rap, like hip hop rap. It's more like, and and drill is more. It's not like that. It's more. It's more. What's the word? Subjective. More subjective. Like it's more, direct. It's more personal, I think, drill. It can be more personal, but everyone knows competition is competition, isn't it?
See, but that's the thing though, because there are great artists from the UK from the 80s that people may not know. And like people may know about Stormzy and stuff like that now, right? And that's cool, that he's cool. But there's a lineage of music from the UK that is really like amazing. I mean, one of my favorite groups from the UK from back in the day had to deal with damn Soul Soul. They were from UK, you know what I'm saying? You had that music, loose ends and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And knowing that our so-called black culture not only spans continents, what do you look forward to in traveling the world and seeing black culture in other territories? What do you want to see?
I just want to be part of it. Yeah, I'll be part of it. Whatever, because I haven't taught. Whatever it is, I want to take part of it. I just want to learn. I want to see it. I want to be part of it. Yeah.
That's dope. That's a real honest answer. I hope to one day come out to the UK one day and experience
Yeah, you
all
can
all
stay
of
with
you.
me. Come and see
Yeah,
me.
I do. I want to. I
Yeah.
want I want to experience all that. You know why? Because in our country, a lot of people of color are taught not to travel, and it's women who do more traveling than men. And then because hip hop is so global, it's a dream of mine to see hip hop in every country sometime before I pass away. I went to Puerto Rico and saw hip hop. That was dope because I went there after the riot, so I saw the graffiti and all that, and that was great. But I would love to come to where you're at and experience you in a live show for one. Two, the food, of course, because I'm greedy. But three, I really want to see the culture and how it's progressed. So here's my next question. Besides music, where do you want your music to take you?
Besides music, I wanna maybe I want to I want to I want to be recognized in maybe politics.
Politics?
Yeah.
Oh, do tell. Why?
Because that's the system, isn't it? So if I could do something maybe to change it, you know, like I rate, Angelina Jolie, she's the actress. She does stuff for like for women and children, all over like charities and stuff. She does, and that's not her job title. But now it's become a job title now. It's music, not music. Acting has led her into being a spokesperson worldwide, and that. And she gets to do what she wants to do, and it's not even what she's trained to do. It's a good plan. It's a good plan.
I like that about what you said because I had the pleasure interviewing two individuals. I interviewed Do It All Do from Lords of the Underground, and he ran for councilman of Newark, New Jersey, and I was able to give him an award. And also, Mayor Andre Rainey of Peekskill, New York, who's also an MC. They got one of these. This is a trophy that I give to people who push the boundaries of hip hop beyond music. They're not just beats and rhymes. They went into politics. I interview Congressman or Democrat delegate Ron Savage, who started the hip hop movement, who was fighting for child rights and people who are sexually abused. So they went from being MCs and dancers to people who make decisions of politics and rule making in our society. So if you do that, or when you do that in your life,
When
we got something for you.
I wicked.
When you make that change. So two more questions and then we're going to close out. I'm gonna ask you that the main question asked on the first interview always lasts. But here's something that really inspired me about something that you do. To become the voice of a generation, you have to be accepted by the people. And being that people have accepted your song and streamed the music and hopefully buy the music, I'm gonna make sure I say buy, you're now becoming a representative of people, and that job is hard, yet it's also fulfilling. What is the most fulfilling thing that's happened to you that hasn't been expressed to you basically from a person who's listened to your music?
I got a DM quite recently, and it was from, I think it's about maybe 13, 14, 13, 14-year-old young boy, and he said to me that he said he likes my music and stuff, yeah. And I said, I speak to everyone. Whoever messaged me, I'll speak to you. And then he told me about some issues he's having in school with some like some bullies and that. And he asked me to he asked me to do something, and that something was completely negative. But I get why he asked me, because he heard that I do roads. You know what I'm saying to you? So I was able to give him advice. You know, I asked him like about his parents and stuff, if he's told people and that. And I said to him that obviously the other guy, he most probably got issues himself. You know, that's why he's giving so much hard times at school and stuff. And that gave me satisfaction. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, I hope people, even if it's negative, I hope people come to me with it, and then I could just switch their mind and tell them, you know what I'm saying to you, to think about maybe like other options, you know, because that's how kids get into trouble, when they feel alone and stuff and you got no one to speak to. Yeah.
That's why you Dr. Millie. You're a doctor. You're out here saving people's lives and healing people who are in anguish, and I salute you very much. So we come to the last question of the interview, which is the most important question I ask. You're always welcome to come back to Heritage Hip Hop. You don't have to have a hot song or album. If you want to build or talk about something, our platform is to connect the artists with the people and to show that the world, we are more than music. We are God's heritage, and our platform is hip hop. So we are Heritage Hip Hop. And we bring everybody's future favorite artists to them today. So make sure you support Beckmilli, and you're welcome, because your ears will love her music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is my sis right here. I love my sis. She's good people.
Love you too.
So here's my most important question, which I asked you maybe one time before, I believe, but I want to ask it again for the people out there to hear it this time. 500 years from now, you're not going to be walking on the planet, and I don't wish any death on you or your loved ones, period. But you're going to have an influence on the world. So my most important question to you is 500, 1,000, 3,000 years from now, when Beckmilli is still being heard somewhere in the world by somebody celebrating you and what your impact was on the culture, politics, and society, how did you make the world better because you did music?
I heard, I can't remember where I heard it from yet, but I heard that in society, the lowest category of person is a black female, yeah, underneath a black male. And if I can, I want to be the person, yeah, because of Beckmilli, yeah, that changed. Maybe it's just a few places, at least a few places up, you know. And that's what it's about, because as a race, as a sex, black females, we are statistically at the bottom of society, underneath black males. So I think that's very important.
That's very interesting, because women of color are the express half representation of what the most high and creative energy is. So we're not respecting our women. We're not respecting life itself or the most high that made them. That's why I salute Nas on the King's Disease album, because he said, without our women, we are lost. And the community, and it's also written, I remember this on the Public Enemy album, it said, the woman is the backbone of humanity and civilization. That's why on the chessboard, the queen is the most powerful piece. And I respect what you said, because for everybody out there that's listening, all women everywhere have the right to live, produce, and create on their own terms first before they align themselves with somebody, and especially women of color. Salute to y'all. Y'all are the mothers of civilization. You are the mothers of earth. You are the mothers of life. So may the Most High bless all the ladies out there. We thank Beckmilli, my sister. We thank Beckmilli for coming on Heritage Hip Hop and taking us overseas with her. Shout out to London. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to before we go?
Yeah. Shout out to everyone. I'll shout out to everyone that listens to me. This is our music. Shout out to all the people that press like. Yeah. Shout out to the people that help me people who help me make my music. Shout out to Hot Money. He's my engineer. Shout out to Posters Lee. He's my video guy. Shout out to my mum for supporting me. Because I didn't think my mum was, she's of the older generation, but she actually sees my vision. So I'll shout out to her and my dad and that, yeah. And yeah, shout out to you, because you're the best.
Because I'm with you. Yeah, exactly. We the best out here.
Shout out to God as well. God isn't, he's not even in that, he already knows.
That's right.
From the beginning. But we're talking about tangible people, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So with that being said, everybody, thank you for listening. This is Karev with Beckmilli saying peace. And we out.
All right. Bye.
Once again, thank you for listening to this episode of the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast as we've gone overseas to talk to one of our sisters from the UK. Shout out to London, South London in particular, the home of Beckmilli. See, our voices travel around the world and we should celebrate each other worldwide. And her message of wanting to take her music career and going into politics is something very special, because that means not only are you going to be a voice for the people through entertainment, you want to stand for the rights of people in politics, in life, period. You want to be one of those people that makes a change when it comes to the law and government and giving people a voice so that they know they're well represented and society and civilization is saved as well. So salute to Beckmilli. This episode, once again, is brought to you by Transparent Credit Repair, the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. If you want to change your credit score and find your way out of debt, go to heritagehiphop.com and go to the bottom of the page and fill out the application box for Transparent Credit Repair. And they will help you better your situation. And for all artists out there, let me tell you something. If you don't have good credit, or you're not trying to make yourself into an entity or brand, you're shorting yourself on what it is to be successful, not only at your music, but in life as well. Before we get out of here, I want to give a shout out to the team that makes this possible. Shout out to Fatty's Place, our virtual assistant, FADDYS PLACE. You can follow him on Instagram. Shout out to Fire Jaws, our marketing, promotion, and placement person. Shout out to Lex Diamonds Entertainment LLC. Come on, Lex, we waiting for you out here. We want to see you out there. Shout out to Big A IDR. That's AHDAYAR on YouTube. You can see the Big A Show season 1. Season 2 will be coming soon. We also have a couple sponsors that we like to shout out. Shout out to Goodfellas TV. Check out the recap with the Goodfellas show featuring Tommy Guns, Big A, Dav, Shy Montana, and me, Karev. And you can see that on Goodfellas TV on Facebook and on YouTube. Shout out to AEP and Eclectic Perspective as well. Shout out to Dav, yo. He doing his thing. So to everybody out there who's watching our movements, please join us at www.heritagehiphop.com. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. With 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we're going to have a contest for a PS5. That's right. So let's get them numbers up. Let's subscribe and let's get that PS5, y'all. If you'd like to donate, click the donate button on heritagehiphop.com. We are trying to build this platform to represent not only the music culture, but to do bigger and better things for society and the community as well. Thank you to everybody who supports us, who's been watching, who's been listening, who's been going to the website to download the playlist. Playlist 4 is out right now. We hope you enjoy everything that we do because we enjoy doing it for you. And with that being said, we hope to hear from you very soon, and we hope that you hear us very soon. So with that being said, thank you for being a support. We say peace, and we out.